Yoriichi Tsugikuni. Yoriichi was the strongest demon slayer to ever live. He was the one who created the original breathing style, sun breathing, and later taught other slayers how to use them as well. Yoriichi was the younger twin brother of Michikatsu, but unlike his brother, Yoriichi decided to stay human and fought demons for all his life. He was also the first person ever to fully show a mark, which appeared as flames on the left side of his head, much like Tanjiro's. Besides the mark, Yoriichi also had access to all other demon slayer abilities like the red Nichiren sword, transparent world, and selfless state, which gave him a big edge over any demon he came across. With all of this, Yoriichi was already the strongest slayer ever, but believe it or not, this isn't his final form. You see, at one point in his life, Yoriichi met the Demon King himself. Despite Muzan's strength, Yoriichi was able to stand his ground against him, and in the middle of the battle, he developed a new sun-breathing form, made specifically to kill Muzan. This form is simply called the 13th form. It consists of Yoriichi keeping on performing all 12 forms of sun-breathing repeatedly to make his attacks more accurate and quick. The wild thing wasn't that Yoriichi managed to defeat Muzan in this form, it was how easily he was able to do it. Muzan never had a chance. Before we cover Muzan's final form, let's first quickly cover Akaza. Before Akaza became a demon, he was just a regular human named Hakuji. I will not go into many details about his backstory here, but what you need to know is that after a huge tragedy, Hakuji ended up killing 67 people with his bare hands. This impressed Muzan, who could not believe that a human did such a thing. He then offered to make Hakuji a demon, and the rest was history. As a demon, Akaza became many times stronger, and his looks changed too. He now had gray skin, purple hair, and blue lines all over his body. We first saw Akaza very early in the show during the Mujin Train arc, where he showed us that not even Hashira can hold their ground against an upper-ranked demon. Later on, during the Infinity Castle arc, Akaza stayed mostly the same physically, but was much stronger than when Rengoku fought him earlier. His abilities were now much stronger than before, and he was able to easily hold his ground against Tanjiro and Giyu with their Demon Slayer marks awakened. His destructive death technique was upgraded so it could easily blow through multiple rooms of the Infinity Castle with just one shot. Meanwhile, his compass needle was almost like the transparent world technique for Demon Slayers, allowing him to predict what an enemy would do next. Muzan Kibutsuji. Before Muzan became a demon, he was originally cursed with a terrible illness that rendered him frail and weak. He searched far and wide for medicine for his condition, but nothing helped. Eventually, a doctor tried an experimental treatment on Muzan, which accidentally turned him into the first demon. Although he was now cured of his condition, he encountered another problem. He would die if exposed to sunlight. Since then, Muzan has searched for a way to step into sunlight again, killing millions in his quest to walk during the day once more. As a demon, Muzan became a vindictive, petty person who would gladly turn others into demons if it meant furthering his own goals, just like he did to Nezuko at the beginning of the series. During the Infinity Castle arc, Muzan transforms into his real form. His hair becomes white, huge whip-like tendrils sprout from his arms, and he gets jaws all over his body. In this form, he's able to take on all the demon slayers with little trouble, managing to fatally wound multiple Hashira and leave scars on others. However, this all changed once Tamayo's poison began to take effect. Exhausted and fatally poisoned, Muzan had no choice but to transform into his final, terrifying form. As the sun begins to come up, he uses his power to manipulate his flesh to cause a massive layer to grow around him. It takes the form of a giant newborn baby, desperately hiding Muzan's main body from the encroaching sun so it does not burn to ash. This does not help much though, as the Demon Slayers manage to cut through it, exposing the original demon to sunlight and making him burn and break apart before their with